Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. Today, two of my Astrophytum myriostigma opened their flowers, and because the flowers are opened now, I have to show them to you now, because cacti have their flowers open only for a very brief period of time. Yesterday it was raining quite heavily. These flowers didn't really open, although they indicated that they would like to open. They opened today, and cacti have their flowers only for a day or two. So I'm not sure whether I can count yesterday as flowers opened or not. So tomorrow they will either open or not, and that will be it. So I'm showing the flowers to you today. Look how huge they are. They are comparable in size with the body of the plant itself. Okay, so look, this plant is a little bit bigger. The flowers are the same size. The flowers are always the same, but they are huge comparing to the size of the plant. And this is why a cactus is opening its flowers only for a brief moment, only when the pollinators are active, not for the entire day or night, because there are night flowering cacti as well. So only for 1 or 2 days, and only for the part of the day when the pollinators are active. In case of Astrophytum myriostigma, it's the second half of the day. Okay, it's afternoon and the flowers are open. The reason for this strategy, opening the flowers for a brief moment and having huge flowers, is to save water, is to reduce the rate of evaporation. It's to prevent the plant from losing too much water through the flower. Okay, so because cacti come from very dry environments, they come from deserts, there is not enough water there to keep the flower open for more than how long they are open. Okay, so this is an evolutionary strategy, creating a huge flower at a huge cost, with a huge metabolical effort, attract the pollinator, and count on the fact that the flower will be pollinated during this time. Okay, this is a very different strategy than some other plants adapted to dry conditions chose. This is Euphorbia globosa, with a flower that is very, very tiny, with a flower that is reduced to its reproductive organ without petals or sepals, but because it's so small, it can be open for a very long time and increasing the chance of being pollinated this way. So one strategy, having tiny flowers, inconspicuous, where is the focus here? Inconspicuous flowers open for a very, very long time, and increasing the chance of them being pollinated by having them open for a long time, or creating huge flowers, colorful, but being able to open them only for a brief moment. Both strategies work, but you can't have both. You can't have it both ways. You can't have a huge flower open for many days if you are a plant on a desert. I would like you to please have a look as well at another thing. These are plants that come from that belong to the same species, Astrophytum myriostigma, and this is a standard form, which is covered. Look, the surface of the plant, the body of the plant is covered by bumps. It's gray, and this is a variety nudum. It's green, and there is nothing that protects it from the sun. It's green, no bumps, and as you can see, when I took it outside, when I took them both outside this spring, around mid-May, from their dormancy place, from the place where they spent winter, I put them on my deck. I took them from the basement, put them on my deck, and for this plant, it was a change that was too rapid. This plant didn't have time to adapt to very bright sun and got burned by the sun. These scars will remain forever. They will diminish a little bit, they will be less visible with time, but the plant is scarred forever. And the trace, the sign of me being a little bit well, not cautious enough, will remain forever on this plant. And this plant couldn't care less. Same treatment, I just put it outside, but because of the bumps, because of the color, because of probably a little bit of a waxy layer on the plant, it is not scarred at all. It just survived nicely the treatment that I applied. Okay, so these are the two things I would like to share with you. One is the flower, and the other one is, if you are winterizing your plants inside and you take them outside in spring, you have to do it gradually. You have to put them in semi-shade first and then make them adapted to bright sun. Right now, this plant is in bright sun. You see the new growth. They don't get scarred anymore. The new growth is green as it should be. So next year I will have to be extra careful with this plant, and I will not have to be that cautious with this. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you like the flowers of my cacti. I like them a lot. I'm very fond of them. Okay, have a very good rest of the day.